A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel and welcome to this collective reading where I'm going to be talking about the prominent energies that I can pick on as of now. There will be a couple of energies that I'll talk about who will be surrounded by the person who is the main protagonist in this reading. Also, these readings can resonate with you 100% or may not resonate that much with you. So now let's dive deep into this and let's get started. So I'm being shown that you have a rebellious energy, whosoever I'm channeling right now, and you have actually moved away from a lot of people, places, situations, relationships, dynamics, lots and lots of things, and you actually first took a lot of time to do this, but when you did it, it was a very swift movement. It happened just like this. And one fine day you decided that you are not going to be a part of it. There was obviously heartbreaks, not just one, many heartbreaks. And options were always around you. And I can see even now in the 3D reality you have pretty much options, lots of options. But you're not the type of person who's actually interested in these options. And I also sense a youthful energy has entered your life. I mean, you feel more energetic now. You feel more energized. Energetic and energized, the same thing. You feel more young. Like even at your teens and even in your 20s, you probably did not have this type of energy that you have right now. And you have learned a lot from the karmics also, because in your life and in your relationships, other person has played an important role. It could be possible while growing up, you saw the same dynamics in your parents. Maybe there was one parent who was very insecure, or some kind of relationship, toxic relationship dynamic is being shown to me. You actually stand out because you are a giver. And I'm not just gonna say praises, because I know you all are not here just for the praises, you're here for the truth. This reading is also telling me the major reason why you have wanted or decided to move from 3D reality, karmic reality towards 5D is because this question always was the center of everything. Why did you do this to me? Why did you do this to me? You have asked this question to God also many times, but you have also asked this question to people around you. Maybe your parents, maybe someone you were in a relationship with. And you actually feel thankful to the karmics because they are the ones who have made you a rebellious person, and a rebellious person in the true sense. There are two types of rebellious people. One is a false rebellion and one is a real one. Who is the false one? False people are the ones who rebel for materialistic achievements and fulfillment. They are pretty much very selfish, very egocentric. But the one who is connected with soul and source, they rebel because they get sick and tired of the world around them. Many of you, I am being shown, would have probably sacrificed a lot when it came to you. When it came to you, you would have said, okay, I'm gonna be okay with this or okay with that. You did not have many demands, you did not have many expectations. But when it comes to other people or when it comes to genuine innocent people, you want to do something for others. You've always done something or the other for other people. And I'm not talking about social causes right now. I'm talking about doing this within the family, within the relationship, even with the karmic situation. If your person, and this is not gender specific, so it can apply to men and women both. If your person went to a karmic, even at that time you did not create any scene or rebellion. You were like, fine, if this person wants to go to somebody else, then let them go. I will step out, rather you would say. You chose to step out from those situations because your understanding is that you don't want to force anyone to be with you. You may have been sad. You may have even waited for the person to realize their mistake and come back to you. In your heart, maybe you felt that, one day or the other they will realize. 7 a.m., 7 p.m., 777 portal. I think this number 7 in some format is being shown to you. It's also the number of masters, and it's also the number of the 7th dimension, these numbers together when they come. Because it's trying to tell me that you have been sent ascension codes because of your sacrifices. Not because of anything else, but because of your sacrifices. Even Mother Kundalini, the Kundalini rising also takes place in a person. The dormant Kundalini begins to rise up when they see that a person has sacrificed in the true sense. In the true sense, when someone sacrifices, gives up on materialistic things, gives up on their desires for other people, for the happiness and joy of those who they love, for those who matter to them. But at the same time, you have also done this because you don't let people take away your power. Whosoever I'm channeling is a very powerful person, very mission oriented, very inner work oriented. Someone who doesn't even want to take the credit for doing good. They feel, you feel that if you're doing good and you're also publicizing it, then what's the point? One more good quality about you I'm being shown is, and it's very interesting that it has popped up right now, that you can read, you have some kind of interest about false cults and false gurus. You like to watch about them, you like to read about them, and you're pretty much really smart with recognizing who is false and who is real. You don't get easily persuaded by these cult leaders who are actually making a lot of money. They do all these fancy things, they live in big palaces, and they talk about inner work and ascension, and they talk about sacrifice. So you are not one of those people. You are actually someone, wherever you've gone, maybe your parents took you there, some place or some person, you feel that you are not a part of this tribe, whichever world you come from. But you also like to take the good things from religion, you like to take the positive things from every place, and you like to keep the falsehood aside. Someone with a lot of common sense and knowledge, and I think this common sense and knowledge has actually helped you to become the true rebellion, the true rebel. What did the auto writing tell me? That you have probably gone against everyone and everything to do inner work or serve others. But most people become rebels for name, fame, money, and partnership, the sexual partnership, the worldly social relationships. The world needs more people like you. Wow, what a beautiful message came through auto writing. This world needs more people like you who can set real messages and inspiration. And for the one that has made so many sacrifices, the one who has the guts to make those decisions and choices that usually people cannot make. It's not easy to give up everything material. It's not easy to be so selfless the way you are. You are really someone who can choose the higher purpose and walk on the God's path. One more thing that has been told to me is that no matter how many good qualities you've had, but you've also learned via failures, suffering, misery. But you also feel very strongly that you also have to get fully out of your way. Any resistance that comes on your path, anything that stops you, you want to work out those problems, those limitations, those limiting beliefs, and just be in the state of pure joy, pure giving, because this is something that you're born with. This is your nature. People who are born with a certain nature, your nature cannot change. Nature is what source has given to you. Like the trees, they have a certain nature, no one can change it. Birds have a certain nature, no one can change it. Similarly, your nature of being a giver, even in love, even in relationships. In relationship also, why do you feel at peace now? Maybe there was a time you didn't recognize this side of you, but you feel peaceful now because you gave. and the other person did not give, they took from you. So at least you know that your side of love, your side of commitment, you fulfilled it. But this collective reading is more about understanding that this world is working on falsehood and reality, truthfulness and falsehood. As you grow more and more, you are going to do a lot of good for others, and probably the false people around you, the karmics around you, or the greed of the karmics around you, the selfishness of the karmics around you has actually taught you a lot. On a very large scale, you can now psychologically understand the codes also. Like break the code. You can break the code and you can blend in. If you have to sit next to a false person for 1 hour, you can easily sit with them without getting affected. Whereas maybe some time back, if you had to sit with them or talk to them, you would not find that easy. Because what you see them going through is like, you know that they are suffering a lot more. You're not sympathetic towards them, you have empathy, but you don't want them to affect your energy, because sometimes the mean people, the false people, the rude people, or the over sweet talkers, they cast spells on others. Some people tell me that, oh, demons don't exist, or witch don't exist, or this don't exist, cannibals don't exist on this planet. The planet is only of human beings. We are all one. They use this statement, we are all one. They talk about singularity. They say all is good and all is God, but they don't practice it literally, because if they would practice it, they would know that all types of entities and all types of beings exist on this planet. All of them. This earth plane is designed like that. That is the reason why everybody wants to reincarnate to earth. When we reincarnate, yes, we face problems and we are in trouble and we are crying and cribbing a lot of times. That happens. But as a soul, it is extremely exciting to be on earth, because earth is the place where everything is happening. Why so many great masters, gods and goddesses and deities, they all want this challenge. They want to take this challenge, because those who succeed in this challenge, they are the golden warriors, and everyone wants to do that. Everyone wants to contribute. As a soul, all souls want to contribute in some way or the other. So some people contribute by just maintaining earth's balance, because earth needs both dark and light and dark, they all work together, but not in the way that we want to esoterically think. Dark people, dark energy will do their job, and which is why the time for dark age is the shortest in the yuga cycle. It is the smallest, because darkness can actually destroy the earth, which is why God sends their warriors in every descending Dwapar and ascending Dwapar. Right now we are in ascending Dwapar Yuga. So there are these 1,44,000 spiritual warriors activated on earth right now, fully active, and they will increase the number of people. The increase of light workers will happen because of them. They are forming the base right now, and they have to be very powerful, they have to be very strong, they have to be very rebellious. Otherwise, how will it all work out? They cannot get programmed so easily. Even if they got programmed for 20 years, 25 years, 27 years is what I've been given. Usually 27 years is what they stay in programming, more or less. After that, they don't get affected by programming. They do their own thing. And all powers, the spirit guides, the angels, the angelics who are still not born, who come later on to help them out to earth, their own spiritual deities who come from ancestral cycles, ancestors, very powerful ancestors are also there. Everybody takes care of them till that time frame when they are in the limbo state. Because in the limbo state, they attract a lot of dangers also. They attract situations and dangers, like they are always walking on eggshells, they are always walking on the thin line of the sword sometimes, but nothing affects them. They're always safe. They always come out scratchless and safe. Because if you actually think about all the horrible situations you've been in life, it could have gone much more worse. But you came out, you were like walking on, you had feathers, so you not even touched the ground. You were just literally lifted above the ground. You had to understand the rebellious side of love, so that you know that lust is low frequency. Okay. Now, my dear friends, I would want you to mark yourself present if you have made it so far with your location, and also mention what is the area that you personally want to work on individually, not as a volunteer, not on earth, but inside of you. What do you want to change? What is your struggle right now? You can also support my content. If you're from India, then this is the code for it. And if you're from any other part of the world, you can do so by becoming my Patreon. Every month you can support the channelings and the downloads that I create for you. You can also support my content on PayPal. All of the links are given below. However, if anyone wants to get into a personal reading, an energy reading session with me, or do proper inner work, dedicated inner work, then too you can check out the description box. I will give you a little bit here that all of the things that we see in our external reality, especially our struggles, especially long-term struggles, the chronicle thought patterns that trouble us, they come from our karma. This is actually a wonderful window of opportunity that is opened for you so that you can work on releasing your karmic patterns. So many people have negative memories. When they have these negative memories, the memories latch on top of our mind space, on the subconscious mind. They form layers and layers and layers, and then the same negative memories attract more memories, because the negative memories create an undercurrent, like a frequency they generate. And that frequency attracts more such experiences till the time we do not understand that we actually need to release it. We need to uproot it. Narcissistic abuse patterns leads to a lot of problems in family. Like, I'll tell you one thing. People tell me that, I love my family. I love my mother and father. We all love our mother and father, and we all must respect them. But we also need to detach from a lot of materialistic programming that they've given to us, which they also gave to us because they were not aware about it. They themselves got the same programming and probably a bunch of fears. If you notice, so many people live in survival energy. Just the basics they're trying to achieve: food, water, shelter, clothing, all of these things. And everybody is actually more or less equal to animals, because animals do the same things. They reproduce, they eat, they drink, they excrete, they go to sleep, they wake up. But they don't have to pay rent. They don't have to pay a cost for their lifestyle, because they don't care about those things. So in some ways, animals are superior to us. They survive with nature. They survive using all of the natural resources. They live an organic and sustainable lifestyle. Birds make their nest. How? Because they just know how to use whatever is present. Humans are not able to do that. So yes, you can check out all the details over there. In case you get into a personal reading session with me, then my request is kindly do not share anything about your situations on the mail before the reading starts or before I ask you, because I will also ask you some questions, some steps needs to be done. Now you also have abilities. This card came just now, psychic abilities, or you have mediumship abilities. You can be a good medium, or you can connect with the spirit world, and sometimes this has taken a toll on you. Sometimes you are very good with helping other people out, but you're actually a little bit weak when it comes to helping your own self because of the drainage of energy that happens. So in that regard, I would like to tell you that another guided message has come, that 7 chakras are there. All these cards I'm picking up, 7 chakras are there. Bottom 3 chakras have to be prepared in order for this portal 777 to work for you. This is unbelievable, because I just picked up a card of 777 and I put it back in the box, or I don't know where it is, and another card has come of 777 portal. Where is that card? Here. 2 cards written on different dates and time with different pen. You can see the ink is different, have actually come in the same reading. So 7 chakras, you must do that work, and bottom 3 chakras need to be prepared. I honestly don't know about what this portal is. The message came and I just noted it down. Now I'm being also told that you need to work on the fear energy, because after the tower moment, after some of the tower moments that happened in your life, you have also stored on to some trauma, and this trauma keeps raising its head on and off, and it stops you from being yourself, fully being yourself. I think this is something that you would individually or personally know about, whosoever resonates with it. So these tower moments, you need to revisit them, and you need to understand why they are popping their head again and again, even though they have been in the past, like they've already perished in the past, and you no longer have the connection, or you no longer care about those things or those people, but it's definitely troubling you on and off. So yes, you have decided to fully get out of your way. No more of what has happened so far can affect you or should affect you, is what you are thinking. And I think this is what is also connected with that energy. So just to give you kind of that information, that where is that energy coming from, it's coming from all of the traumas that you have witnessed or you have gone through. Guys, every time I talk about the chakras, or every time I talk about Kundalini, I just want to add this point over here, because everybody is not from Sanatan Dharam, everybody is not from Hinduism. Even those who are from Hinduism may not be aware about it, because in India also people are practicing a lot of rituals, and they do not actually enter this field. This is the energy field, and this is the real deal. Without this chakra work, without chakra alignment, without understanding how Kundalini works, nobody can actually ascend. And this is not just in Sanatan Dharam, but even in Christianity, even in Bible it is mentioned. These things are all mentioned. The light workers, the concept of light workers has come from there. And in the book of life also there's a mention of 7 chakras, where they are known as 7 seals. So I would recommend, if you guys can study it, and if you guys can study Gnostics, you will be really surprised to know how close it is to Sanatan and how many things matches. This is where I would like to close this channeling session. Definitely this world needs more and more people like you, and that is the message that I'm going to leave you with. You can get my book, In the Name of Love, A Journey of Finding Your Ultimate Soulmate, which is also written with the help of auto writing, channeling, divine interventions, and also some supernatural interventions. This type of love that is mentioned in the book, it is so esoteric, and the book is also written in such a way, you can say that the concept of biomimetic mimicry is something which helps us to understand and grasp things just by reading and just by listening. Shrutmai Panya also is a part of it, which Buddhism speaks about. So I will see you in the next video. One love, peace out, and victory to Ram.